Whenever people get that urge or that drive or that spark or that desire to change their lives or to start that business or to start something out of their comfort zone, they always rely on motivation. And motivation will only last them a couple days to even a week. And the best example I could give you is when people make their New Year's resolution to get in shape. And so the gyms for the whole month of January and a little bit of February are packed to the brim because these people are solely relying on motivation and they aren't willing to develop discipline in order to keep themselves continuously going to the gym so they could better themselves. And so once their motivation dies out, they go back to their old habits and get out of shape again. And that spark dies. And this is why you need to stop relying on motivation because it's slowing your progress down. You need to think of motivation like a Call of Duty perk. If you're a male and you never play Call of Duty, first of all, something's wrong with you because like every dude's played Call of Duty. But besides the point, motivation is like a perk in Call of Duty. At first, it'll help you by giving you a boost to outmatch your opponents, but it doesn't guarantee that it'll help you all the time and allow you to see the results you want from your performance in the game. And motivation will always come and go. So you need to start viewing motivation as a tool whenever it pops up in your life. And this is why you cannot rely on motivation. Motivation is only good to help you start something, but never finish that thing that you started. Motivation is like training wheels. It gives you that little push, but you still have to develop the discipline and the consistency in order to see progress. Like I said, motivation will only take you so far in life. And if you fall into the trap of relying on motivation, you will never end up finishing what you started. Instead, you need to look at yourself in the mirror or do some internal work and start taking accountability for the things that you haven't finished or the things that you have to do but are always putting off because you're scared of starting it. You need to grow a pair and start taking responsibility for the inaction you are taking. And you have to understand that nothing in life will ever come easy. And this was a big thing that I had to realize. And it was that no one's going to come and save my ass, bro. And that I just have to figure things out on my own because there will be no easy way. There's no shortcuts, there's no creative mode. You have to find things out. You just have to start and figure shit out as you go along. Everything you do or want to achieve in this life will be hard. Nothing will ever come easy. No one will ever save you. And I repeat this because it needs to be ingrained in your mind. You need to constantly remind yourself this because this will help you to push yourself through those hard times where you feel like giving up. Because motivation won't help you in those hard times. Only you can save yourself. And what I'm trying to tell you is that once you realize this and get your mind right, you'll understand how to get through all problems you face in life. I wish I could just give you some secret sauce or some crazy tip, but the best thing I can tell you is that you just need to get out of that I need motivation mindset to do the work. So what's the formula for seeing progress? Well, consistency plus discipline equals progress. If you're consistent with taking action and continually try to finish what you started, you will never need motivation in your life because you start to develop discipline. And shit, maybe if you get lucky enough and become obsessed with what you're doing and the process of what you do to achieve your outcome, doing the work will ultimately be very easy for you and it'll allow you to work towards that goal you want to accomplish. And you're probably thinking, oh, my end goal, that's what drives me the most. That's what gives me the most motivation. And that's your problem. You can't use your end goal as motivation because you won't enjoy the process of what you're doing. In order to achieve anything in life, you always need to enjoy the process more than the outcome because your process is the main engine that will lead you towards success. So your best bet is to develop discipline by becoming consistent in doing the things you don't want to do. How will this be done? By simply doing what needs to be taken care of, whether you want to do that thing or if it's something you've been putting off because you're either scared to start or it's uncomfortable for you. You need to just start it and do it. Next, you need to take accountability and responsible for your inaction that you're taking. All it takes is one day of doing the things you've been avoiding to prove to yourself that you're capable of getting shit done. And by doing so, this will be your biggest driver that will allow you to overcome any type of daunting task you've been avoiding. Don't be like the New Year's crowd in the gym where you only last 2 months and then you give up. I've been there, and it's not a good thing. You'll constantly beat yourself up and you'll feel like a fucking loser. So stick to your plan, trust your process, enjoy the process, and trust me, you will see the progress that you've been wanting to see. And don't let motivation be the death of achieving your desired outcome. Peace.